What's up guys, this is Chris here, and today we're going to be doing a quick little video on something that I have almost no experience with. Today we're going to be talking about the FX Panthera from Utah Airguns. This is the first time we've been able to shoot in 3 weeks because of the wind. Oh, sorry about that, it's Iowa, so we have impromptu hurricanes. My bad. Not only is it wind season in Iowa, but it's frog banging season. If we turn the camera around the other way, it is a symphony of boning. Now, my buddy Nick got into air guns last year, and I was kind of excited to get into it myself, and he does have one of these, and it was kind of a revolutionary thing that I saw. I noticed that for the first time, they've really amped up the air gun technology. And I feel like with something like this, you can get a lot more capability than you originally thought you could with an air gun. Now, don't get me wrong, we're gonna be learning together today. I have literally 10 rounds on one of these in the history of my life. So we're gonna learn how to work it a little bit today. And this is just gonna be a first shot, so I'm just gonna be playing with it a little bit today, not a review. There's obviously a lot of perks to this over an actual rifle, like being able to get it in states where you couldn't get a rifle necessarily. Now, I know they use these a lot for like pest control and like varmint hunting and a lot of areas where you couldn't use a rifle, so that's pretty dope. And this one here, this is the first one I'm gonna try out. This one's got the short barrel, and this is the hunting version. Kind of cool because you can put moderators on these because they're not a gun, so they're not a suppressor, right? And you can roll that and make these things really quiet. So this gun came with the scope from Utah Air Guns. This is an element scope. We're gonna be trying this out as well. 4 to 16 power, pretty clear for what it is. This guy has pick rail on top, obviously takes standard scopes with standard mounts. This is how you load the gun right here. This is how you operate the gun, very similar to a bolt action rifle. Change the grips out for AR grips if you want. This is your air toggles on the left side here, so you know how much air you have. There's a lot of other tuning systems on here, which I'm super not familiar with at the moment, but we will be learning there. Has a very simple AR style safety, and then the trigger is out of this freaking world. We were trying the trigger out earlier, and it's like custom bolt gun good, so that's very nice. Obviously there's no recoil, obviously it's pretty lightweight, and obviously it's very low on noise, although it's a little more noisy than you would expect it to be as an air gun because it does have a lot of power. You hear that?
Uh-huh. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
This one has the minimalist style like features and controls because this one's meant for carrying it around, varmint hunting, that kind of thing. Whereas they do make precision rifle versions of this that are much bigger and they shoot really far. So we're gonna have some more air gun stuff on the channel, but I just figured it'd be an interesting way to introduce you to this. With that being said, we'll put some shots through this and we'll zero it. And I'm probably gonna have my wife shoot this too because she was interested in it as well. Before we do that though, I wanna mention my page supporters. Thank you guys very much because you guys, we have all the cool ammo and guns on the channel, so we thank you. Also, I wanna mention a local shelter named Iowa. It's the YSS. The link to both of those are in the description below, so check those out. And I do want to thank Utah Air Guns for sending this bad boy over, and Clark Shooter for getting a hold of me and giving me this insane idea. It's a rotational magazine using spring pressure. We'll show you how to load that after we shoot this one. It's interesting. Once you know how to use it, it's easy, but if you don't know how to use it, it'll take you a second. I know nothing about air gun ammunition, but it appears to be, I think it's 22 caliber. There's 500 of them, and 5.5 millimeter 22 caliber, yep. So they look kind of like little shuttlecocks. Get this thing open here. They're a little more aerodynamic than a BB, but not quite like a bullet, as you can see that. Now this is your rotational magazine here. We find our little sleeve. We stick that bad boy in there, and then when you're ready to shoot, push the bolt forward, take the safety off, and you're ready to fire. Got the trigger of a Bergara though, I'll tell you that much. Trigger's insane. I wonder if that has something to do with them not having to hit a firing pin. Trigger feels like solid gold. I mean, it's accurate as fuck. All right, I can kind of see the appeal. feel like it gets pushed around by the wind an awful lot. I will say that. It's difficult. We're in Iowa right now. This is the least windy day we've had in over a month, but we still have 10-mile-an-hour wind. Our no mile-an-hour wind is 10-mile-an-hour wind. We don't get any lower than that. And the thing's super accurate. When there's no wind, I mean, there's a ragged hole down there like that when I had like 5 minutes with no wind. And now I'm getting like inch to the right, inch to the left, inch to the right. And we're starting to get a little below 100 on the gas. So you got to make sure to keep the gas up. And then obviously wind is going to be a factor with this, more so than even like a 22 or something, because you're not moving as fast. Not a aerodynamic either. See, now that one, no wind, dead in the middle. I mean, I'm shooting at a target this big. We're at 50 yards. I mean, that would have been a headshot on a chipmunk. So like, if you're looking for inside town waste disposal type of stuff, doesn't get any better than this. I mean, that would smoke the hell out of a rat or a squirrel, if you don't like squirrels. Rabbit, I don't know if it'd kill a rabbit though. When I was a kid, I shot a lot of rabbits with pellet guns and they'd always bounce off. That's what my dad got me at 22. This probably won't bounce off though. I mean, this is a little bit bigger of a gun than what I had with the pump action Red Riders. I'm gonna shoot those plates now, move over a little bit and just show you how easy this is. There we go. I mean, I wonder, how long it would take me to aim. There you go. Different plate. It's pretty easy to shoot. Obviously no recoil. You just ram them right out. I mean, it's accurate, it's nice. It's quite a little air gun. So this was us zeroing the gun. I was really impressed with this one group right here. And then this was a flyer. This was due to the wind. So this is no wind right here at 50 yards. Incredible group. Wind picks up, immediately 1 inch to the left. Same exact thing happened here. 3 rounds perfect. Wind picked up, 1 inch to the left. Spoiler alert, two right here, 1 to the left. So this is your gust of wind. This is your actual zero. So in all these groups, they are as tight as a rifle at 50, which is really impressive. Kind of speed shoot it as a lefty, huh?
Yeah.
You need to take your finger off the fire control. That's hilarious.
Oh my goodness. It's kind of fun. Let's see. Haha, I got a plate.
What are you shooting at? I can't even hear it.
I'm shooting at the plate rack.
Oh,
but it's not like, yeah.
I don't have batteries in my ear pro.
But it's not like strong enough to push him down.
Yeah. Try to hit the tree, see if he'll move it at all.
It won't. I missed on the tree. I'm gonna go back to my other plates.
Do it.
Oh. Apparently the angle wasn't good on that one. I mean, it's kind of fun. It's super quiet. No recoil. Oh, I'm out.
All right, so now you keep recording. So now we'll pull this guy out here.
Okay, I'm gonna
We'll take this, rotate it 2 turns. This cap comes off here. Take your finger, spin this bad boy all the way around without letting it go. Oh. And then you let it go.
Requires a little strength.
Yep. And then we take our finger and cover the hole. Put the first one in there, and it locks it just like that. Then you can lay it down, load the rest.
Boop. Kind of a long process, and it's hard if you have long nails.
Loading magazines is never as fun as shooting them.
It's true. They do look like little mushrooms. Doot, 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 doot. Oh no!
It's a little easier to load them without fingernails.
It's true.
Or at least
load for
long,
me, peasant.
Beautiful fingernails.
I like how it says carefully selected.
Right?
Carefully selected. I believe you. Okay.
I don't know if I can see through. Oh, yeah. Fun. I get it?
Yeah, the plink is so quiet.
Well, we're at 75. Well, if you say we got it, because I can't hear shit. I think I missed there. I'm trying to shoot that small. It's hard to lock this in the barricade with the air tank.
Uh-huh. That was a miss.
That was low. So we're way low at 75. A lot of dope to this. There we go. Saw that one hit. Nice shot.
It is kind of hard to shoot like this, but also cool.
All right, so we had the old FX Panthera Hunter out for about half an hour, and we're out of gas.
Oh boy, I don't know what's happening.
Got air. So we shot about 60 rounds through this guy, and it was pretty fun. The rotational magazine did work really well. Certainly an upgrade from the old Red Ryder pellet gun, but it's an upgrade in price too. I did want to mention that the price of this is $1,700 for the compact version, and that is not cheap for somebody looking at an air gun. So if you're going to want one of these, you're really going to want it, and you're going to want to shoot it all the time to make it worth the money. Now, the pellets are relatively affordable. Obviously, the gas is really affordable. However, $1,700 is a lot for an air gun, and I've seen some videos on these recently, and nobody seemed to have mentioned that. It is an awful lot. Now, as far as air guns go, this is cool. My wife loved it. I loved it. It's got no recoil, as you would expect. The lever works really well, and I would say it works more like a lever action than an actual bolt action, because you don't have to turn the bolt. It's more of a straight pull bolt, to be honest with you, and it works well. If you're left-handed, apparently you can fire it twice as fast as me. And overall, with limited experience we have in this so far, I think it proved itself at least at the 50 and 75 yard mark. Now, I didn't test the drop, but it looked to me in the scope, it was about that far at 75. We zeroed it at 50, and we still had a foot of drop at 75. Now, I think that's probably because we were running low on air, although that is something to keep in mind as well. If you fire a bullet, the projectile will always have the same propellant each time because the propellant is in the cartridge. Whereas now your propellant and your bullet are in two separate things. So you have to focus on how much propellant you have, and then the weight of your bullet is also going to vary on how far you can shoot it and how accurate you can shoot it, just like a rifle. If you use a heavier or a lighter pellet, I assume you're going to get different results. So you're really going to have to decide on whether you want this. I think it's great for what it is. I'm not sold on the air gun concept as of yet. However, we'll keep shooting this on the channel, and you will definitely see this again. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please support Oklahoma shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.
Rocky, say hi to all your fans. Is that your air gun?